So I have put these geese up for sale. Have way too many. And I've got the ducks up for sale. It's getting to the point to where this pen's not big enough, and right now I'm not wanting to really do a lot with them, so I decided I'd like to sell them, and I'm going to extend my chicken pen, fix it a little differently, and I've got goats that'll probably start to kid probably around March, April, somewhere in there, hopefully April. I haven't seen him breeding anybody. He's chased one around for a little bit, and she just refused. She didn't like him. So that happens. I had an Angora doe that absolutely hated the Angora buck, but she would breed with the Nubian bucks I had. So yeah. But anyway, back to the geese. A young girl came. She had a goose, two geese, and they're both gooses. And so one passed away, and so the other one, she didn't want it to get lonely and depressed and die too. So she called me as soon as she saw my ad, and let me know that she wanted another female to go with the goose that she had. And I told her, yeah, not a problem. I had plenty of females, and that we could, oblige her. So she came out, and we caught one of the females, and she took it home. And I also explained to her that she needed to keep the new goose in the dog cage that they had, and put her in with the other goose so they could get acquainted. Because sometimes when you introduce a new goose to a flock, they will fight. And so in order to keep them from getting hurt, I let her know that she should keep it in that pen for a few hours anyway, maybe till nightfall, and then let them get acquainted between the bars of the cage, and keep any injuries to a minimal. So she said she would do that. So, but then another lady wanted a male and a female. So when we finished catching that female, we decided to catch the other lady's male and female. Well, unfortunately, she didn't show up. She decided she wasn't getting them. Not until next spring. I don't know if I'll have these geese in next spring. So I told her if I had them, yeah, not a problem. But as we were catching them, we catch the gander first, and he wasn't happy with us. So we put him in the quail pen that's made for the quail, and I believe this is the guy that we caught, because he's still kind of mad at us, and he's complaining about it quite a bit. And then we caught a female. I'm not sure where she's at. I don't see her right now. She might be way over there. But when we caught her, she had such fear that she was going to die that she started throwing up. Now, you can't tell me that animals don't feel fear, because they do. I have seen horses, I've seen cows, I've seen sheep, I've seen goats, I've seen pigs. I've seen it all. Going to market and knowing that their life is going to be shortened. A lot of people make sure that they have the best life they can have before that happens. Some people, they just really don't care. I try to accommodate my animals to where they will have a good life. I try not to hurt them, and when they get hurt, I doctor them, and I try to make things right for them. Right now, I don't have any of the swimming pools in here for them because it freezes at night, and they get these things so muddy and dirty that they don't stay clean, and then trying to pick up a frozen swimming pool is pretty hard for me. I have bad shoulders anyway. And I think this is the female that we picked up yesterday. It looks like her. And like I say, she started to throw up because she felt her life was over. But as you can see, she's eating well. She doesn't seem to be mad. She was more afraid than mad. He's mad, and he's still telling me about it. And I totally understand. These geese here, I'm pretty sure, are mated with one another. They do that. Sometimes a gander will have maybe 2, maybe 3 gooses in his harem. Sometimes just 1. So I'm not sure how many geese we have out here. I do know that the female that we gave to the young girl was mated up with the one goose that we have that's part Chinese Toulouse. And he's been calling for her. So hopefully he will find another one of these girls in here that will allow him to mate with. I'm not keeping eggs. If I don't sell these guys all winter, I'm not keeping eggs. I'm going to sell the eggs and let someone else use them to hatch. That's I'm not doing. But I will keep the ad up until I have sold all the geese and the ducks. The only ducks I'm keeping are the Muscovies. And like I've had in some of my other videos, I've said that Muscovies aren't a duck, even though they call them a duck. They're kind of a cross between a duck and a goose. That's about the best I can tell you. They have much better meat. And the Chinese use them to breed with Pekings because it puts a little more fat in a Muscovies meat. But when you do that, the Muscovies can't breed. They won't breed. They're like mules and hinnies. But anyway, I just wanted to say that animals do feel fear. And I'm sorry I put that into them yesterday with no results of them finding a new home. But they're here with their flock. They seem to be happy. They're eating and drinking and telling me off. So I hope you enjoy, and you can tell me I'm a jerk or whatever, but I felt bad for her. I really did. I felt really bad. But I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching.